Cool. Right. Okay. Welcome back to Grand Old Team. Everton have beaten Crystal Palace 3-1. Me and Andy C getting to talk about another win again, which is terrific. So, and first off, not too much happened. Apart from, obviously, we took the lead, but it was a bit of a scrappy half, wasn't it? We struggled to get into any kind of rhythm.
The word I used was nondescript.
I saw.
Because the only piece of quality in the first half was the goal.
Yeah.
If we're brutally honest, and we have to be brutally honest, other than that, it was like listening to paint dry. It was a poor half of football.
Watching paint dry?
No, I mean listening to paint dry.
It's like a further extreme. I like it. Okay.
I was disappointed in the first half, if I'm brutally honest, after last week.
Yeah.
And after the recent good results we've been having. I was disappointed. That said, they got the goal, and it was a good goal. Great cross from Theo. I'm sure he was aiming for DCL, but I was perfectly happy for Bernie to get there and put it in on the half volley. But an overall disappointing for me first half. But second half, those first 5 minutes of the second half, I began to think, oh my God, they've gone to sleep. And I don't like to say it, but I think Palace actually were decent, not good, but decent value for the equaliser. Just annoying that it's Benteke who gets it. His first goal in about 400 years, and it happens to be at Goodison, at the street end as well, you know. But, you know, it was disappointing. It set us back and it gave them a boost. The good thing was that they didn't let the heads drop. There was a little bit of panic here and there, a little bit, you know, the defence wobbled a couple of times. You know, Pickford made a superb save from the Benteke header. And then you've got the Richarlison's breakaway goal. You know.
Well, that's why we pay the big money for players like that,
exactly.
Isn't it? Because I think in that situation, if you weren't in the ground today, maybe people might underestimate how important that was for us going on to win the game. Because at that point, and as you rightly point out, Palace, we weren't very careful with the ball anyway.
No.
We were very sloppy with the ball. We were making Jordan Ayew look like an absolute world beater.
Actually,
he looked incredible today.
I thought Ayew had a decent
game,
actually. Yeah.
Every time I see him before, the guy's an idiot. He just runs offside, and then today he just looked absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So this place is starting to turn. I'm in the Guy Street. You're in the main stand.
I am. Yeah.
And the place is starting to turn. And then Richarlison picks the ball up. Something special happens, and you know we're back ahead.
Yeah.
He's a special player, isn't he?
He's a very special player. I mean, it was a lovely little flick on from DCL, who probably didn't see as much of the ball today as he would have liked to have, but his contribution in terms of effort and work rate was good, and that little flick on just gave Richarlison that yard so he could stretch his legs and beat his man. And then I thought, just to jink inside as he gained the edge of the box, to give himself a little bit more space for the shot, was a piece of class. Great finish. Goalie had no chance inside the far post, and you think, great, now come on and build on it. And we didn't. We didn't really take the game to Palace from then on. They weren't subdued.
No.
And I give Palace actually a little bit of credit for that. They still had some self-belief.
Considering they've not been in the best place recently.
No, exactly.
If you're a Palace fan and you're watching this, you know, hello. I'm unlucky. But no, seriously, today I thought that they actually acquitted themselves quite well at times.
Yeah,
and of course, those issues, they were very tight, they were very compact. That was part of the issue in the first half.
I think the difference between the sides today was actually the two men on the touchline. In Roy, I want the point, and Carlo, I want the win.
Yes, yeah. It's a very good observation.
I think that's the difference. Is that, and I was watching Ancelotti, and there was a couple of times when he turned round to the bench and you could see it written all over his face. I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy.
Particularly wasn't happy, by the way. Sorry, with Sidibe heading off for a wee just before having to come on.
Exactly. But you know, for the players on the pitch, when they're looking over at the touchline and they see that man there, you know, and I think that was the difference today. Is no offence to Roy Hodgson at all, but he came for the point for Palace, and Carlo wanted 3 points for Everton, and we went on and got them. And now we're seriously looking at Europe for next season.
Do you want European football, Anne?
Absolutely.
Do you?
Absolutely.
You don't share Dave Feely's concerns that, you know, it's a lot more football next year. Have we got a big enough squad? You know, share any of them concerns, or do you think, look, it's European football and that's where this club needs to be?
Exactly that, Adam. Exactly that. We've got a big squad. What we haven't got is the kind of quality that we need, and hopefully the summer will see the addition of some quality for a European campaign. But Everton Football Club need to be in Europe. End of story. You know, I listened to Mikey, and Mikey said, do we want to go into the early rounds where we're playing at the end of May?
Yeah.
I'm joking, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And yes, that would perhaps be a concern. But having said that, the club needs to be in Europe. We need to be in Europe financially. We need to be in Europe to attract the better players, to attract that little bit of quality we need, so that Ancelotti can build through next season. You know, I heard Dave Fairley say, we want a domestic cup. No argument about that. We want a trophy. We want a trophy before we leave here to go down to Bramley-Moore Dock. That's not even up for debate. We have to win something here to see the grand old lady out in style. But we need to be in Europe. And I don't care how we get there, as long as we get there. I want to get back into Europe.
No, I'm not going to argue.
I want an holiday.
And mate, thank you as always, mate. Much appreciated.
Pleasure.
Cheers, buddy. Ta.